My best friend trapped me into marrying her Agege friend. My friend and I met while we were in the university, and something happened while we were in school. I once dated one of her ex-boyfriends with her permission. They dated briefly and the guy traveled abroad. So they had a disagreement and then they stopped dating. Before you knew it, the guy started chatting me, and I promise you, I genuinely fell in love with him, not because of anything. So we started dating, a distant relationship, not as if he was even in Nigeria. When my friend was dating this guy, he was in Nigeria. When I was dating him, we did like a distant relationship. We didn't even go to bed once before we broke up. All we did was online until the relationship ended. And my friend started telling me, Shebi, I told you that this guy is not all that. I was like, yeah, I know, but he has a sweet mouth, and I fell in love with him. We were cool, we were friends, everything was okay. When the guy was asking me out, when I told her, she said, please, if you like him, date him. Because he's my ex doesn't mean he can be your soulmate. You know? Years passed after graduation and everything. We were in Lagos together. She was working, I was working. She now introduced me to this guy because she was in a relationship I was not. She introduced me to this her Agege friend without my knowledge. She didn't tell me that this is what he was, but she knew. So to cut the long story short, she told this guy that me too, I'm into ladies, so therefore we are a perfect match. And I am not into ladies, I am perfectly straight. We started dating. This guy is rich, this guy is handsome, this guy is very sweet. He's the sweetest man I have ever met. Any woman in my shoes will fall in love with him helplessly. And it is not as if he doesn't touch me. There's nothing suspicious about him, but the guy assumed that I knew exactly what he was or what he was doing. To cut the long story short, we dated for almost 2 years and we got married. All through these 2 years, I didn't know that this guy was an Agege. During our relationship, he will be asking me, how is your partner, how is she doing? I'm like, oh, she's fine. I will always assume that he's talking about my friend. So he will keep saying, thank you for accepting me for who I am. I've never met a lady who has accepted me for who I am. I love you so much. I didn't think anything to it. I didn't attach anything to it until after our wedding, when we traveled to our honeymoon. We went to South Africa, and he was telling me that, oh, thank you so much. You know, I've been trying so hard to stop these habits. I've not been able to stop, but I think I can stop now. I am so in love with you. I didn't think I could love a woman like this. I'm like, what do you mean? What habit are you talking about? I was confused. And he told me everything, that he was an Agege. My friend knew. I said, what? So when he saw my reaction, he knew that I was not aware. This guy started begging me. He practically fell to his knees and started begging me that he's sorry. He should have mentioned something sooner. He just assumed that I knew. That is why he was so comfortable with me. That is why he loves me so much. Because I allow him. I'm like, I didn't allow you. I am not aware of what you are doing. So I called my friend right there and then, and I asked her on speaker. My husband was here. Did you know that this guy was this and you didn't tell me? She was like, yes, girl, that serves you right. You think you can date my boyfriend and go scot-free? You think you can do this? You think you can do that? I'm like, what boyfriend are you talking about? The one that happened how many years ago? The one that I didn't kiss for once? The one that we didn't even meet face to face? Is that what you are talking about? The person I took permission from you to do this? So I just ended the call out of anger. The next day, after I had calmed down a little bit and I explained everything to my husband, what happened when we were in school, and the reason why my friend did this is to pay me back. She practically did this to ruin my marriage, and she was already married at this point. So my husband was so apologetic and telling me that he's so sorry, that if my friend did this to ruin my life, that is not fair, that he will do everything he can to make our marriage